Hello and welcome to Weekly MTG. I'm your host, Blake Rasmussen, and this is my favorite show that we get to do, which we try to do every pre-release week, which is just crack some packs. So Modern Horizons 3 pre-releases are happening this upcoming weekend with the global release, followed the week after that. So to give you a taste of what you can crack and open and buy at your local game store, or wherever you purchase Magic, we're just going to open some stuff. We're going to talk about the various contents of each product, take a look at some of the different treatments, and just get a feel for what the set looks like. And you can ask questions in chat. I've got chat over here. I gesture as if you can see my screen being over here, but that's where chat lives for me, in this general area. So you can throw your questions on there as we crack stuff. Otherwise, we're just going to hang out for the next hour, open some product, and do the thing. And because Modern Horizons 3 is a special kind of set, I got a special suite of products here. So normally, always, we do collector boosters, we do play boosters. Nothing's going to change. We're going to open some of those, talk about what's in each of those. We've also got a pre-release pack. We don't normally open those, but I have one. Well, if we have time, we'll open one of those. Also, I grabbed a Collector's Edition Commander deck because the Collector's Edition decks are relatively new, and the Modern Horizons 3 ones are a little different. I thought I would crack one of those so we can get a look at the Ripple foils and talk about that. So, we're going to start with Collector Boosters, go from there. And it's sealed so I don't get accused of shenanigans when I eventually open a serialized Eldrazi. It's probably not going to happen, but maybe. All right, collector boosters. So, if you want to follow along with any of the contents, there is an article on WeeklyMTG called Collecting Modern Horizons 3. You can just Google Collecting Modern Horizons 3, and you'll get the article I'm looking at. It has all the nitty-gritty details of all the various things you can open in each of the slots, but we'll talk about this. All right, so you're going to start off with 4 commons, 4 foil commons. So we've got the Meddler. We're going to try to go like this. There we go. Rumble, Thraben Charm, little Cyclops Superconductor here. And then you're going to get into 3 uncommons. So we've got a Horrid Shadow Spinner here, Reiterating Bolt, and Meltdown. Love that Meltdown's back. See, one thing I'll point out here is you can see when the card is a reprint new to Modern, you'll get the watermark with the set symbol. So this was originally from Urza's block. All right, and then you'll always get in this slot right here, after the uncommons, you'll get one of the Eldrazi full art lands in foil. They're pretty sweet. Okay, and then you're going to get a non-foil retro frame card, common or uncommon, in this slot. So here we get Ether Spike, which looks gorgeous in that retro frame. And then you're going to get a foil card from the same set. So again, common or uncommon from the main set in that retro frame in foil. And then here we've got a Flare of Malice. So this slot right here is going to be a rare or mythic rare from the main set in traditional foil. Regular border, regular frame, all that sort of jazz. Then we're going to move into a Modern Horizons 3 Commander card. So this can be one of the new cards. There are a variety of treatments that this can show up in. You can get an etched foil here. You can get one of these extended. So here we've got Kaith, Famed Machinist. All right. And then we're going to move back into the main set. So this is going to be, there's going to be one of these in, I'll call it, all right, it's 2 of these. 2 rares or mythics in the non-foil booster fun treatment. So here we get Ophelia in the profile frame, followed by Power Balance in the frame break treatment. So this is the same slot right here. You'll get 2 rares or mythics. They will be some kind of booster fun treatment. And then you'll get a rare or mythic in, again, some sort of, this is what I like to call the foil fancy slot. It's always going to be a different frame. If you were to open a serialized Eldrazi, this is the slot it would come in here. We get a Harbinger of the Seas in extended. And then we'll end with a double-sided token here. Thopter and a Servo. So hold these up again because the art and the frame break on these is great. So we've got a power balance and a Felia, which will make a couple people on my team happy who asked for that. All right, and then we'll keep going. With MH3 coming to Arena, how high are the chances that we also get the other two? They're not on the current roadmap that I am aware of. So, all right, we've got Cranial Ram, the subject of a lot of discussion in the Pauper community. You may hear more about that card soon. We'll see. The Pauper group is discussing it. Glimpse the Impossible. This art is just fantastic. Uncommon. Is it Generatorium? All right, so again, it's 3 uncommons before we get into the Eldrazi land. Yep, is this set draftable? Absolutely. We're going to look at draftable set or play boosters right after this. Then we've got, again, the non-foil common or uncommon retro frame. Tune the Narrative, powerful little energy card. Then we get a foil retro Brain Surge. And then we've got a Toxic Deluge, so this is the normal frame, traditional foil. Then we get a commander card here, Polygoyf. So again, you'll note this can be a number of different treatments. It will always be a commander card in this slot right here, but in this case we get a non-foil extended. All right, then we're going to get into the 2 rares or mythics from the set that are in a non-foil booster fun treatment. So extended White of the Reliquary, retro Flare of Denial. And then, this is a good one, borderless foil Shifting Woodlands for that foil fancy slot. Let's keep going. These are collector boosters, correct. Could we please do the pre-release kit next? Yeah, we can do the pre-release kit next. We'll go through these and, all right. We've got a foil Serum Visionary, foil Wither and Bloom, Smelted Charge Bug, and a Perilous Landscape from a friend of the show, Elena Danner. Wayscape Battle Mage for uncommon, territory color into Razorgrass Ambush, which is one of the double-faced cards that you can pay 3 life and they come untapped. Eldrazi Swamp. Gorgeous art there. What is the design choice considering printing old edition symbols on new cards on some cards and not on others? So they are on all of the new to modern reprints. So Galvanic Discharge. I love that. I still love that the retro has the little star there. Monumental Henge. Over here in the regular foil, traditional foil. Twins of Discord, so this is a commander card. One note about the Eldrazi new cards, and we'll see this when we open the collector commander deck. So because the colorless frame already lets the art break over to the side, there are not, we said this on the debut, but I don't know how far it made it around. The extended art versions of these cards don't exist because the art already goes through the frame. So that was an intentional choice. And is not in error. Then we've got Guide of Souls, Souped Up Energy Soul Warden. One right there. We've got an Endurance, in retro. So you can get the M2 elemental, pitch elementals in retro frame, and a couple other treatments from the special guests. And then we've got a foil retro Bloodstained Mire, again, in that final foil fancy slot. All right, we'll keep going. Let's see. Printing cards that get banned before release is in one of the most powerful formats does not seem a bit crazy. Is historic not supposed to be more powerful than modern, the format these are mostly intended for? The philosophies are a bit different for historic and modern. The designers are better folks to be able to speak to that than I am, but some of the pre-banning that historic does is based on historic context. And also, these cards are not designed specifically for historic. They are designed specifically and tested in modern. So there is a bit of a difference. But I definitely get the disconnect. Null Elemental Blast. Strike it rich. I do love that on the retro, we bring back the gravestone. We got a regular old Kudo, King Among Bears. Wonderscape Sage. Commander card. Then we get a Profile Keurig. We're over here in the main set, fancy non-foil cards, Keurig Profile, followed by Borderless Ugin's Labyrinth, followed by Edged Foil, Happy Dog, Felia Exuberant Shepherd, fancy etched foil version. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. All right. We're going to go a little bit faster through the commons and the uncommons now, but if there is a common or uncommon you spot that you'd like to see closer, just tag it in chat. I'll go back to it. Decree of Justice. This card was such a house back in the day, and now it's uncommon. It's not as bad as the time we downshifted Balduvian Horde down to a common, which broke my childhood. Balduvian Horde was just, I started with alliances, and so Balduvian Horde was the chase card, and then for the 25th anniversary product, we downgraded it to a common, and it broke my mind. Charitable Levy. What happens to the cards? We distribute them among my team. So I give them to folks who work for me. I get to keep some too. Producer Sean gets some. Bloodstained Mire in the retro. And then foil Abstruse Appropriation. That's a really cool frame break. All right. Do I have German ascendants, like my family? I do. I do. Very European. My family is. All right. Keep going through some commons. Uncommons. We're going to get halfway through the collector boosters, I think, and then shift to a couple other products just to make sure we look at everything, and then we'll come back to collector boosters at the end. My surname is Danish. Rasmussen is Danish. Cursed Marauder. And foil retro tune the narrative. And then just say, Wooded Foothills hanging out here in foil. And then we get Commander. So again, this is the profile version of the Commander face card. This is one of the treatments. This is non-foil. And then in the 2 rares or mythics in non-foil fancy, we get Spymaster's Vault and Tomio Inquisitive Student. There you go, Angelina. And then we get foil etched Rasheen Roaring Prophet right there in that slot. All right, we're going to do one more collector booster. And the commanders are going to be draftable on Arena and the play boosters. I believe the answer is yes. So Arena at every point strives to make the play booster experience exactly the same. If there are exceptions, those will be noted. But there will be exceptions. They will not do whole swaths of cards typically. So yeah, they will try to match the play booster experience. But if I'm saying something wrong, I apologize. Reef Worm. So it's got that Commander set symbol. Pinnacle Monk. I think these cards have, I don't know if this one's going to be particularly playable, but I think some of those have a shot at playability. All right, non-foil retro Evolution Witness, retro foil Meltdown. Can I show the flip side of Tomio? Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, going back to that, makes sense. So this is the non-foil version. The Flipwalkers do come in a special foil as well. I forget the exact name. I don't want to say it without, let's see. Flipwalkers can also come in, what's the exact name? Textured foil. That's not one of them, but they can come in that. Yeah, the Eldrazi basics are gorgeous. All right. Fetch count is 3. 2 Bloodstained Mires in retro, 1 non-foil, 1 foil, and then 1 regular foil Wooded Foothills. And then we've got Eldritch Immunity. Then we've got Hugin's Binding in the Frame Break, non-foil. Toxic Deluge, retro. Oh, there we go. We are up to 4 fetch lands. We are halfway through the collector booster box. All right. Okay. So halfway through the collector booster box, we're going to take a break from the collector booster cards. We're going to look at some of the other products. We will come back to the collector boosters because I know they've got all the fancy treatments and the really cool stuff to look at, but I want to make sure that we give all the other products their due so that everyone gets a look at everything. I saw a request to do a pre-release pack, so we'll do one of those real quickly. So this one's pretty typical for a pre-release pack. There are no cards that you cannot play. There will be cards, so features of the box. It's got all the punch outs that we've become used to. There's extra counters that you can punch out, various things, and then of course the art is fantastic, all over the place. And then you get the actual interior. So here's the die. And then you'll get one of these. So here we got a Wrath of the Skies for our promo. That's a pretty powerful card. I've never seen anyone use punch-outs in my infinite number of Commander games with precons. They're more common they're more commonly used during pre-releases when people don't tend to have a ton of counters on them. And then so in here you'll get some double face cards for any of your double face cards in your pool. We got Wrath of the Skies for our promo, and you'll someone's already probably fine. That's fine, whoever gets it. But you'll get an arena code card for that. You'll get a little thing to help you build. Divider. And then you will get 6 play boosters. And you know what? This is actually a good spot. Rather than cracking the play booster box, we can just open these for the pre-release pack and build from there. Yeah, the ones especially for the punch-outs for pre-release packs are usually pretty focused on what you're most likely to need. So they're pretty useful at pre-releases. As you get further into deck building, it's a little less likely that you're going to use them, but they're really handy at pre-releases. All right. So, play boosters. These, again, are meant to be drafted, meant to be opened, and we're going to see, we'll do maybe a little, we're going to build sealed here, so we'll just kind of look at the standouts and highlights. But you're going to get six commons. Trying to fit it all on the screen. All right. 6 commons to start things off. You can, in the commons slot, I believe, get a... let me double check this. So if you get a special guest card, it will take up a common slot. I wanted to double check to make sure I was saying that correctly. But so the special guests are the 10 really cool cards that have spectacular new art. It will take up one of these slots. So keep an eye out for that. If you find that you have 5 commons, that means you have a special guest in there. All right, then we're going to get 3 uncommons. We got a Dreadmobile, a Static Prison, and a Royal Cartographer. And then you're going to get 1 new to modern card, which we haven't hit. New to modern card is going to be Kirik, Son of Yawgmoth. So it's worth noting the new to modern card can be a rare, can be a mythic rare, can be anything like that. You're going to get also a wild card. So it looks like because we have 4 uncommons, that's one of our wild cards. It was actually here, like this. And then here is the rare mythic. And then we have a foil as well, in addition to a land and a token. So, yeah, so it's going to be not atypical to open multiple rares, especially in Modern Horizons 3 play boosters. There are a number of spots. You can open them in the wild card, you can open them in the new to modern card, you can open them in the foil. So, plus you will get at least 1 rare mythic each time. And then this card right here, you can get a bunch of basic lands, including the, like in this case, the full art Eldrazi ones. All right, so let's see what kind of variations we get. So we've got 6 commons. Okay, so getting a 7th common means that's our wild card slot. And then we get 3 uncommons. What am I missing here? 6 commons, 3 uncommons, including double face cards. Okay, and then, so here's the new to modern card. Here is the rare mythic. It's a Null Drifter. Great. Here's the foil. Okay, I think what this is the land slot can be another common. Each of the 80 Modern Horizons 3 commons show up in this slot half the time. So that's what, sometimes you will, instead of a land, get a common. Pretty good common. Pre-recorded. This is definitely not pre-recorded. It did have, so I'm catching up on questions. It did have a pre-release promo. Got Wrath of the Skies here. Traditional foil, and you'll see the stamp over here with the year of the release. All right. All right. It's not because it's a flipped land. This is actually a common slot. So this was actually that uncommon. One of these was the wild card. That's the new rare foil. I caught up. It's actually my first time opening these, if you can't tell. So commons. Extra common means it's that slot. And we got uncommons. 1, 2, 3. Fourth uncommon means it is a, oh, no, that's not the case. One of those was a different slot. So we've got foil, rare, and then, no, this is, we got 2 foils. That's what it was. The wild card was a foil. All over the place. All right. I love the retro frame Psychic Frog too. This was one of my favorite jokes from the set. For those who aren't old like me, there was an old card named Psychotog who had many of these abilities, but is no longer quite good enough. And so that is Psychic Frog. What am I doing? I'm going, there we go. 3, 4, 5, 6. Common, uncommon, uncommon, uncommon. Wild card, new to modern, rare, foil. Did it. Token. So yeah, that's going to be kind of the cadence. You're going to get 6 or 7 commons. You could get as few as 5 commons if you get a special guest. And then you're going to get, you know, 3 to 5 uncommons usually, depending on the foil slot. And then you'll get, you can get a rare, hypothetically. So I think max we've gotten is 2 rares in a set so far, or rares in a pack so far. Oh, faithful watchdog. Hey, Cranial Ram, how you doing? Okay, got some more uncommons. Fell the Profane. Ruby Medallion, so this is new to modern. Harbinger of the Seas, and then foil land. So some of my confusion is there is some overlap in what the slots can be. So wild cards, wild cards can have foils, for example. Wait, no, they can't. Yeah. All right. So there's a little bit of overlap, hence my confusion. The fact that I'm opening these for the first time. Okay. Static Prison, Royal Cartographer Spawn, Gang Commander. That is a very powerful card. Got another Worn Power Stone in that new to modern. We got another Wrath of the Skies. So if I were playing this in sealed, oh, and then this is the first one of these. We've opened tokens, but these will also come with the art tokens. And some amount of the time, you're going to get the gold signature on those. They'll tell you the artist and the numbering on the back. So yeah, if I were playing this in a pre-release, I would probably look to do something like, I mean, Worn Power Stones and 2 Wrath of the Skies seems like a pretty powerful start. And you get to play Angel of Ruins. What else do we have in here? I mean, you can play Null Drifter with 2 Worn Power Stones. Why not? You know, we've got Thief of Existence, which looks pretty powerful. Trying to think. I thought we had multiple Spawn Gang commanders. We might be white-red. Might be an option. Cast a colorless spell. You know, we've got some opportunities to be Eldrazi. Yeah, I'd have to take a harder look at it, but think that is where I would start, is with this as the core, and then go from there. Should I not be the one to fully understand this? It's not that I don't understand this, it's that there are overlapping slots, and so the way it comes out can vary, and that's by intention. It's meant to be a fun experience that surprises and delights you sometimes. And some of these slots, like the wild card slot, like the land or common slot, are created to give you a little bit of that cool opening experience every time. And like I said, if you want the actual details, the written out details, you can head to the Collecting Modern Horizons 3 article. All right, next we are going to open the Collector's Edition Commander deck. I mean, it's confusing and mangled if you're trying to be specific about what is what, which I am. But if you're just opening a pack to see what cool stuff you get, which is how most people open packs, then it's not so important what's in what slot. All right, so this again is the collector's edition of the Commander deck. So there is a base version and a collector's version. This is the collector's version. So we're gonna look at all the cool things you get in this. That is just one of those. All right, so inside here we have some accoutrement inside this black envelope. So there's going to be a foil deck box that will assemble, as well as a life counter. So this is the deck box. It's shiny. It's specific to this Commander deck. So you can use that. I know a lot of people will want to get their own deck boxes. And then you're going to get one of these, all right, which is going to tell you about playing the deck. Some cool art. It's going to give you some rules for Commander, especially if you're new. It's going to tell you about Ululek Fused Atrocity. So for people wondering about the background on Ululek, there is some lore on the back there. Then we've got a Collector Booster sample pack. So these come in Commander decks now. These are just 2-card sample packs to give you a taste of what a Collector Booster is like. And we'll just crack one of these. It's just 2 cards, but so we got a Galvanic Discharge and a Guide of Souls in here. Not bad. Not bad. All right. And then, so the actual deck is in here. We have some of those punch outs that nobody ever uses, but they're here if you want them. And then the actual deck located in there. I'm going to pull that out, and we're going to see the Commander face card right up there. These are going to be in Ripple foil. See if I can pull this open. 2 cards is what the Collector Booster sample pack has always been. And mind you, that's a bonus add-on to just give people a taste of what a Collector Booster is like. All right, so I'm going to look at the treatment. So this is the Ripple foil. We can get as close as we can on this. There you go. You can see how the light bounces off of it. This is Ululek. Okay. And we've got Azlask, the Swelling Scourge here. There we go. You can see how it makes the art pop. I did not bring a non-collector version with me today. The non-collector version is pretty standard for if you purchased a Commander deck before. It's going to be pretty much what you would expect. All right, so the whole deck is in this foiling, which means you're going to get, like, this is a card from Modern Horizons 3. Here's Herald's Horn. Again, that foiling is gorgeous. There it is. So let's see if we can find one of the new two. The new cards. Here, I mean, since this is going to be the Soul Ring in that Ripple foil. Yeah, the whole deck is a Ripple foil. Everything in it, reprints, new cards, all of it, and it all looks toward like this. And then, yeah, there's some other cool, so like this Attica Wastes. That Ripple foil is really cool. I've only seen a couple of these in person, so seeing the whole deck is actually really cool. And they catch the light really well. And you can see why they call it Ripple foil. Look at that. All right. Yeah, the foil treatment. It's so hard for us to show the foil treatment in photographs or in digital renders, which is one of the reasons we like to do this show, to show this stuff off. And then, let's see, let's pull up, Oh, here's another one people might just want to have for their collection, Arcane Signet. Looks great. Grab some of the. Okay, so you'll note again. So in the non-Eldrazi commander decks, the new cards will be there'll be, I believe, 13 new cards. Let me make sure I'm saying that number correctly. 13 of the cards will be in extended. So the 13 new to Magic rares will be in extended art, except in the Eldrazi precon. And the reason for that is because the Eldrazi colorless frame already lets the art bleed all the way to the side. So that stayed the same. Yep, so here, even something as common as an Artisan of Kozilek. What other MH3 products can we open Ripple foils in? I believe I know the answer. Let me triple check it to make sure I don't say anything wrong. Yes, those are only in the commander decks. Yeah. So you will not get it anywhere else in the set. But when you do get it, it looks fantastic. When will we get the lore on Ulalek? I pointed this out just a second ago, but there actually is lore on the, and screenshot this if you want. In the insert, it tells you a little bit about Ulalek. Yeah, so all of this is really cool. Love some of these. Let's see, even like just this Ugin in the Ripple foil. So yeah, these are going to be fantastic either to play in a standalone. You may want to keep the deck together so the aesthetic is all the same, or to add them to your other commander decks. But the Ripple foil is just gorgeous. God, even old favorites like Tendo Ice Bridge. Is there a Ripple foil of the face commander that is not the profile? So each collector, again, you can always grab the details on the collecting article, but the commander deck comes with, so there is a ripple foil etched display commander. So now the question is, where in here is it? So I can show it to you. I kind of pulled this apart. There it is. So we've done these for a few. This is a thicker cardstock for the face commander. It is in ripple foil. It's not in the profile. So if you prefer this version, and again, it's your commander, so it doesn't have to get shuffled in. So this thicker cardstock can work. So yeah, if you want the non-profile version, there is this thicker cardstock one. So yeah, it's thicker. It's cool. No, the ripple foil is not only for Eldrazi. So there are 4 commander decks. Each of them come in this collector's edition. So there's a regular edition, there's a collector's edition. The collector's edition is the one that has the ripple foil, and each of the 4 decks comes in that ripple foil. Additionally, the 3 non-Eldrazi ones take the new cards, the 13 new cards, and they make them extended frame. The Eldrazi ones don't do that because they're all colorless, and so you can see the art anyway. I will also point out the tokens, the front side. So they have a front side and a back side. So the back side, non-foil. The front side, ripple foil. So you've got some ripple foil tokens in here as well. So yeah, that's the ripple foil. It is pretty sweet, and if anyone comes in late and would like me to show them again, I would be happy to, because they're just gorgeous to look at. And if there are any specific cards in the deck you want to take a look at, let me know. I can pull those up as well. Let's try to put some of this stuff this way. We'll put the deck in here. Can I show the commander again? Absolutely. So that's the thicker cardstock, and then there is Ulek, and as a bonus, Azlak, the Swelling Scourge, the backup commander. So we'll put all of these up here. On the basic lands, yeah. I can show the basic lands. We're taking requests. We're doing the thing. And then once we're done with the ripple foil, we will go back to the collector boosters. So there, I happen to grab one of each. So, ripple foil planes. Ripple foil island. Will OTJ stay premier draftable on Arena with release of MH3? I don't actually know the answer to that. I would check the Arena blog for more details on that. Yeah, ripple foil looks great. Very cool. So if you pick up the collector's edition of the commander decks, that is what you will. That is the treatment you will get on all 100 cards. All right, we're gonna move back to collector boosters. Yeah, I'm glad everyone likes that ripple foil. It's so hard to show those new cool foiling treatments off in preview season because so many of the assets have to be digital. But I'm glad we got this opportunity to show them off there. All right, let's go back to collector boosters. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 commons. I'm a little off screen there. Then we got 1, 2, 3 uncommons. We'll take the other, look at the other side of that rush of inspiration, Crackling Falls. Then we got another swamp. Make sure I'm not missing. All right, we got non-foil retro frame, so common or uncommon, and then foil retro frame, common or uncommon. Then we get a foil rare mythic, traditional foil. Then we get a commander card in some sort of fancy treatment. It can be any of the new commander cards. They can be in any number of treatments. And then 2 rares or mythics in non-foil with some sort of booster fun treatment. Here we get a Nadu and a Flare of Duplication. Oh, that one really pops. Can you tell us the date of the MTG 2024 yearly announcement? If I were you, I would pay attention. Oh, this is nice. For the 2024 yearly announcement, I would pay attention to MagicCon Las Vegas. I mean, we have announcements at every MagicCon, but MagicCon Las Vegas is going to be a big one. Endurance in the foil retro. That's pretty spicy. Yeah, good pack. Psychic Frog is pretty... I'm interested in Psychic Frog. I'm not sure where I'd play it, but it's tempting. All right. Tempest Harvester, Shattered Landscape, Viscerator's Insight, Foul Strike, Lethal Throwdown, Signature Slam, Frogmere Enforcer. Yeah, that card. We got a Swamp, we got a Charitable Levy, we got a Foil Retro Unholy Heat, Foil White of the Reliquary. Here is an, I don't think we've opened an etched, but hey, if you're a fan of Ululek, there's another treatment. Here is Foil Etched Ululek. It's a little hard to see under the lights, not gonna lie. All right, that one's commander card. So here we get an extended Polluted Delta, fetch land count up to 5, retro frame non-foil Dress Down, fetch count up to 6, extended art foil Island. So yeah, that pack was 2 fetches, Ululek, Dress Down, foil retro Unholy Heat. Not bad. Yeah, the etched under these lights does not, it's a little flat under the lights. Yes, when I say Arena blog, I do mean the Arena weekly announcements. I give some of these cards to my staff. I give some to me, producer Sean. We're all fans here. I had a lot of requests from the team on this one. Junk Diver, love this one. Plains, just an Eldrazi running across the plains. Yeah, that booster was pretty unreal. Jolted Awake in the retro. Oh, look at that. We follow up retro frame foil Unholy Heat with retro frame foil Dragon's Rage Channeler. They're best friends. Just hanging out together. Arna Kennerud, Sky Captain, Flavor Text Champion of the set. We get a Blaster Hulk for the commander slot. Monumental Henge, one of the 2 fancy non-foils. Harrogast, one of the fancy non-foils in the profile. And then for the fancy foils, people talking about foil etched, here's Keurig in the foil etched. Goes right there. And the I haven't talked about the tokens much. Tokens are double-sided traditional foil. Any cards I'm personally excited to put in a deck tonight? I mean, this set has so much. That said, I'm a huge fan of the retro frame treatments. So all of those. Gosh, what else? So I mentioned Psychic Frog. I'm interested in trying that in Canadian Highlander. There's my Canadian Highlander call out of this show. What else? Jolted Awake is also going to go in a Canadian Highlander deck. I have a Time Vault deck that Jolted Awake will go in. There's just a lot. There is a lot in this set. Oh, and all the Eldrazi cards. I got the last colorless Eldrazi pre-con and upgraded it, so there's so much that goes in that deck. Like this, Glaring Fleshraker. It seems so simple, but it's pretty powerful in a deck like that. Yeah, the retro is super nostalgic for me too. I have a full retro frame commander deck, like Brain Surge would probably go in that. Got a Necrobloom. Extended Horizon of Progress. Yeah, like Extended Horizon of Progress goes in my lands deck, straight up. Windswept Heath. Extended. Wheel of Potential. That looks, yeah, that one's gorgeous. Non-foil. Yeah, just there's so many Eldrazi cards. Oh, and here we've got the Framebreak Foil Ruby Medallion. Again, that really pops. Yeah, the art in this set is so very good. So good. All right, we'll do this one. We still got 9 minutes left. We might just keep cracking collector boosters. Why not? Buried Alive. This is back from around when I started Magic, so near and dear to my heart. Also just really powerful. Drowner of Truth, just, you know, just a land that you can play, and if you can flicker the land, it becomes a 7/6. Any chance for the rest of the Canopy land cycle in Modern? Maybe, yeah. I love just all the little references in here that, you know, if you don't get it, it's fine. It's still a cool card. Like Skoa Embermage has Grandeur, discard another card named Skoa Embermage, sacrifice 2 mountains, Skoa deals 4 damage to any target. It's Fire Blast. The Grandeur ability is Fire Blast, and it's even got the same casting cost as Fire Blast. It's a 4/4, Fire Blast deals 4 damage. When it enters the battlefield, it deals 4 damage to any target. Just really, really cool designs. Branching Evolution. It's even got the Jumpstart symbol here. New to Modern. Copy Land. Yeah, I have a land stack. That'll go in there. Jet Medallion, another one where the art goes really hard. Retro Flooded Strand. See, I'm like, these are both gorgeous, and I have an affinity towards the retro. Now retro foil, then you'd get me. I mean, you got me. Oh gosh, and a Polluted Delta. Why not? Why not? So yeah, just fetch lands falling off the collector boosters. I lost count for the box too. 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. I think was the fetch land count for this box. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, like, you know, and then we've also got the full art versions. So like this for a Polluted Delta is gorgeous. And if I had to choose between that and a retro, I don't know what I'd choose. Don't know what I'd choose. All right, we got 6 minutes left. Let's crack a couple more collector boosters. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Okay. This is also, if there are any cards or treatments or anything that you saw earlier that you want to take another look at, now is a good time to call them out and pull them up. Retro frames are not exclusive to collector boosters. You can get retro frames in play boosters. Anything good so far open? So much good. So much good. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mob. It was funny. We've done several of the three now of these three creatures stapled together, and I was talking to the team in R&D, and I don't think anyone's really sure what the blue or black ones would be. Fell the Profane. Abiding Grace. Foil Retro Jolted Awake. Oh, look, another branching evolution. Frame Break Foil. See if we can just open one. More Felia Exuberant Shepherd. Dress Down. Windswept Heath. Yeah, just gorgeous. See if we can open another Blood Pet. Triple black, sacrifice, add 3 black for a 3/3. Could be. Ripple Foil Soul Ring. Let's do that real quick. Where'd that go? Ripple Foil Soul Ring. Triple Curse Catcher. The card would actually be pretty good. 3/3 Merfolk for triple blue. Sacrifice it. Mana Leak. Jolted Awake. Siege Gang Lieutenant. More White of the Reliquary. Salvation Colossus. More Nadu. All right, another Flare of Duplication. Foil Extended Winter Moon. Makes me want to rebuild Blue Moon and Canlander. Which I might do. Yeah, the Retro Dress Down. Like, this set just has so much that's so cool in it. Where are we at? 10:58. All right, last pack. Let's see how we end this. Evolution Witness, Warp Tusker, Retrofitted Transmogrant, Contaminated Landscape. Is it Generatorium? Null Elemental Blast. The Null Elemental Blasts look really good too. They look really good in retro frame as well. Territory Color. Plains. Retro Non-Foil Meltdown. Oh, here. So this is actually the first one of these we opened, but yeah, so you can get the Retro Snow-Covered Wastes. And that is what they look like. It's good that we got to show one of those. Barrogoyf. Power Balance. Yep. Non-foil Frame Break. Guide of Souls. And ending with Invert Polarity Extended. All right. That is what we have time for today. Thanks for tuning in. If you are looking to pick up any Modern Horizons 3 product, you can play in pre-releases this weekend at your local game store. During pre-releases, local game stores, WPN Network stores can sell product. So any of this stuff you can pick up during your pre-release this weekend. Otherwise, the global release is the following weekend, where you can just pick up anything from pretty much anywhere that sells Magic. But if you're looking for it this weekend, local game store is the way to go, and Modern Horizons 3 is pretty popular. So if you're looking to get into a pre-release, I would suggest getting in touch with them now to sign up. In the meantime, there's also going to be a digital release for Modern Horizons 3 next week on Tuesday. So if you want to play on Arena or Magic the Gathering Online, that's going to be the place to be. That's where I'm going to be next Tuesday. I'm going to be right here on twitch.tv/magic, and we are going to hang out and play some Modern Horizons 3. It's actually our show's 6th anniversary, which is wild to me that I've been doing this for 6 years. And what I want to do is hang out and play Magic and talk with you. So we're going to do that next week. Until then, see you next week.